Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for taking time out of your Tuesday afternoon to join us here on Super Talk Tupelo for the ICC Hour. It's crazy to think that it is September the 19th. Wow, this month is flying by, but I hope you guys are coming off a great weekend and getting geared up for another great week. I'm Adam Gore. I'm the Sports Information Director here at Itawamba Community College, and the ICC Hour is being presented to you by our friends at Renaissance Bank.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Now, on this week's show, we're going to talk to Madison Robinson. She is a recruiter here at ICC, and she'll tell us more about next week's Fall Preview Day. Now, you'll hear commercials throughout the show about Fall Preview Day, but Madison will bring us more insight on what you can expect, what you may need to bring, how you can register, and so much more. So you want to stick around for that in the first half of the show. Now, tomorrow night, which is Wednesday, of course, ICC will host Coach Mark Potter as he presents The Silent Epidemic. Coach Potter talks about his battle with mental health and tries to break, I guess you could say, the stigmas that surround mental health issues. Now, this is something that has affected us all in one way or another, but the public is invited to attend, and the admission is free. So this would be great for, say, youth groups at your church or maybe high school teams in the area to come out to this event. It'll start at 7 p.m. at the Davis Event Center tomorrow night. Again, open to the public, and it is no cost to get in, so it's a great opportunity to come to that event. Now, we've got that and a lot more coming your way this week on the ICC Hour, so sit back, relax, and grab an ice-cold Coke, thanks to our friends at Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, and enjoy the show. When we come back, we'll be joined by Madison Robinson here on the ICC Hour, presented by Renaissance Bank.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Welcome to the pasta party!
1, 2, 3.
Making new traditions.
Now let's go and keep going.
Sharing old stories. Homemade pasta.
Enjoy. Cheers to us. We did it.
And a nice cold Coke.
Okay, ready? 1, 2.
That's my recipe for magic.
Look at her. She's so extra. I've been locked out of my car for over an hour. She's already in hers. She has Renaissance Rewards Extra. She has 24/7 roadside assistance for things like flat tires, running out of gas, keys locked inside, and more. What do I have? Sunburn.
You don't have to be extra to get extra. Open a Renaissance Rewards Extra account today.
My name is Emily Loden-Jones, and I am the instructor and the program director for the Forestry Technology program at Etowah Community College, and I have taught here for 15 years. Our students learn how to identify native hardwood species and softwood species in this area. They learn how to cruise timber and evaluate it for selling purposes. They also learn a lot about forest management regimes that we use to get specific objectives from our land. Our program will accept students either in the fall, the beginning of the fall semester in August, or in January, the start of the spring semester. This program is a 2-year program in which you will obtain an Associate's of Applied Sciences in Forestry Technology. It's also a transferable program to Mississippi State University in the College of Forest Resources. Most of our courses are taught in a traditional format because it is so outdoor based. We have one fully online class and one hybrid class. Freshmen attend 2 days a week for forestry courses, and sophomores attend 2 days a week for forestry courses. Our students usually obtain employment in either the state sectors or either in private sectors. A minimum starting salary would be, if you went to work for a state agency, of about $30,000 a year. And I would say most students would probably start around $36,000 to $40,000 a year. The best type of student for this program is one that does not mind being outdoors. It is hot, it is cold sometimes. They also need to understand that this is not just an outdoor program, but is a math, science heavy curriculum. Our one requirement is that you have a good pair of boots and some bug spray.
If you want to break the rock, you need to make yourself indestructible. If you want to play between the hedges, you need to work out there, up there, down there, everywhere. If you want to reach the win bar, you need to lose sleep, lose count. You need to play every game like you got nothing to lose.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents, not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also a maestro of the clarinet, a famous speed solver,
piece of cake,
a noted cheese connoisseur,
Limburger.
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
That's home. That's just like the Ravens. That's just like Pahokee, Florida. That's my second home. I got my degree from there, my first degree, college degree. It's part of my heart, it's part of my soul, it's part of my spirit. And, you know, it's everything. Etowah Community College, baby, it's everything. It shaped me up to being a great man because it was part of the journey of me becoming the young man I am today. And it's home, man. That's it. Like, I can go there and lay my head down without no problems. Etowah Community College, the best start here.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. As always, the ICC Hour is being presented to you by our friends over at Renaissance Bank. They are the bank that understands you, and you can find out why by visiting renaissancebank.com. Don't forget, this time of year they have those SEC shorts. You can see those on renaissancennation.com as well. Always very popular during football season. Speaking of football season and very popular things, we've got our Fall Preview Day coming up here at ICC, and we're going to welcome Miss Madison Robinson.
Hey.
I have to get used to that. Of course, she's a recruiter here at ICC. And Madison, thank you for taking time out of your day to join us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, so tell us, what is Fall Preview Day?
Yeah, so Fall Preview Day is a day where seniors can come and see everything that ICC has to offer. So they will get to come and hear from different student services offices on campus, like housing, financial aid, different things like that. Then they will get to go to up to 2 School of presentations. So depending on what they want to to major in, or if they're still trying to kind of decide, they'll get to go hear some info sessions from those. They get to go on campus tours and see our residence halls. And then from there, they will get to go into our football game for free against Northwest. And we'll also have a really fun tailgate for them where we'll have free food and a burger bar and games. And then at halftime, we're actually going to have an opportunity for 2 students to compete in a Dr. Pepper halftime tuition toss. So that's going to be a really cool event, something that we've never done before.
So awesome. How can people get more information if they're interested?
Yeah, so they can look on our Instagram. So go to ICC. We post a lot of information on there, on the feed, on stories, reels, all that kind of stuff. But then also on our website, so iccms.edu/preview days.
Absolutely. I saw where it is for the student and a +1 like guardian or a parent.
Yes.
So as a parent, what can they expect?
Yeah. So again, they're going to be getting a lot of that information with their student and really reaping all the benefits of coming and hanging out and enjoying ICC.
Absolutely. All right. So let's just break it down pretty simple. Say I'm interested in coming. So what do I need to bring? What do I need to prepare? Do I need comfortable shoes? Do I need paper, pen? What do I need?
Yeah, so you can totally wear comfortable shoes. You will be going on a campus tour, so y'all will be walking. Hopefully, if the weather continues its trend, it's going to be pretty, feel pretty good outside. So hopefully that's no issue. Maybe bring a jacket for later in the football game if it gets a little cooler at night. You can bring paper and pen. We will give them, every attendee, a little ICC kind of like swag bag. Yeah. So there will be things in there. They'll get a pen in there. And then, just bring, yourself and your excitement because it is going to be a really fun day.
Now it starts at 2?
Yes.
All right. So you're looking at 2. So what about how long should we plan for?
So check-in will start at 2, and then we'll actually start like the session at 2:30, just to give everybody kind of time to get there and stuff like that. And then with all the info sessions and campus tours and everything, you'll be done around like 5 or 5:30, and then from there you can go on to the tailgate. So really up to you, however long that you want to stay. And then obviously if you want to stay for the whole game and watch the Indians, then you can totally do that as well. But you'll pretty much be done with all of like the official stuff around 5.
So basically, the football game is kind of a bonus as a thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. So you say you're touring the residence halls, you're getting to know the school ofs. So for people that may not be familiar with what the schools of are, can you kind of tell a bit more about that?
Absolutely. So it's kind of our way of aligning with the universities where they do the college of or school of, just depending on what they call it. Every school is a little bit different. But we have 8 schools of academics, and then we have our School of Health Science and School of Career Education. So it's going to be, depending on what you want to major in. So if it's something kind of specific, so say, for example, that for sure you want to go into like marketing, but that would fall under the School of Business. And so, so on and so forth. So depending on what it is, there's School of Business, School of Arts, School of Humanities, lots of different things like that. So it's just a way of us to keep it aligned for your graduation here, making sure you're taking the classes that you need, but then also aligning with wherever you may want to transfer to and their schools of, and making sure that your classes will count and transfer for graduation here, but also at that university.
We're talking with Madison Robinson about the ICC Fall Preview Day on September the 28th. For more information, do visit iccms.edu/preview days. That's with the S, preview days there as well. All right, so, and again, we've talked about who is this open to? Is it juniors? Is it seniors? Is it anybody interested?
So it is geared towards seniors. I know, and in our district, we have a lot that are graduating early. So if you are a junior that is graduating early, you are welcome to come. So basically, if you're graduating in December of 2023 or May of 2024 is really who it's geared towards.
All right. And then one more time, give everybody the information that I just gave, but more of just kind of a nutshell of what's going on and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so Fall Preview Day is just going to be a lot of fun, a lot of information thrown at you, but it's really good for where you're at as a senior in high school, figuring out, kind of your next steps. So lots of good information about ICC, campus tours, housing tours, free admission into the football game, and a free tailgate with food and games and all the great things that is ICC.
Absolutely. Before I let you go, I know you guys are out recruiting right now, out giving tours, everything. For anybody that say is not can't make it to Fall Preview Day, what are some of the other options they can do to find out more about ICC?
Yeah, so you can schedule an individual tour. We do those Monday through Friday at kind of different times. You can schedule that at tours.iccms.edu. You can schedule it yourself, or you can always call or email us, and you can email go to icc@iccms.edu, and we can get you scheduled there.
And that is GO2 ICC@iccms.edu. Madison, I appreciate your time. I know you guys are busy getting ready for the event and everything like that. So have a good week, and thank you again.
Absolutely. Thanks so much for having me.
And we'll be back more of the ICC Hour right after this.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Hey, honey, could you help me with this? Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Come on, Dilly. Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery. Pizza.
Yes.
My name is Kent Lewis. I run the welding program here at ICC. If you're out there looking for a good career, don't know what you want to do, we can take you in 1 year and we can turn you into a welder. We start off learning how to stick weld, and we end up with TIG welding. When you leave here, you will have the skills necessary to be hired by a local manufacturing company or a construction company. Most start out at anywhere from $15 to $18 an hour and top out around $28 in this area. The industry is looking for people who don't mind getting out and getting dirty, hard workers, self-motivated. You've got to push yourself every day to be the best that you can be. It's a very physical job. It's hot during the summer, cold during the winter, but you get well compensated for that. The way I like to structure my class, I really like a lot of hands-on, getting dirty. In the morning times when you come in my class, we'll go to our welding booths and we'll practice our skills. After dinner, we focus a lot on projects. Just take, for instance, this box blade right here. It came in and it was tore all to pieces, and you can see now we've completely rebuilt it. It's ready to go back out and make a living again. As I told you in my introduction, I've been welding for 32 years. It's something that I get up every morning. I can't wait to get to work to strike an arc. It has provided very well for me and my family. I've raised 3 kids and paid a house off by getting out there every day. It's something that I enjoy doing. It's a skill that not everyone can do. And if you can master it, you can be very well paid.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed. Attach images to transactions. Set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or to monitor your account balance. Use the P2P feature to safely send money to a friend. We even offer mobile wallet, so you can stay on top of your finances from anywhere. These options and more are available with online or mobile banking. At First American National Bank, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
When I think of ICC, I think about home.
The moment I stepped on campus, I knew it was a perfect fit.
It helped me find my true self.
It has opened doors for me that I didn't even know existed.
Everyone here wants you to succeed.
I was able to get involved here and make a real difference.
I've met my closest friends here.
There's something for everyone to be involved with.
I've gained skills to succeed in the workforce.
It's been the best experience.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. I'm Adam Gordon. Again, thank you for taking time out of your Tuesday to jump into the show. Now, if you happen to miss this show, parts of this show, or maybe other shows, remember, you can go back on YouTube, search the ICC Hour, listen to this show and other shows previously recorded this year and previous years as well. Now, on the top of the show, we told you that Coach Mark Potter was going to be here to present his presentation called The Silent Epidemic tomorrow night at the Davis Event Center starting at 7 o'clock. Again, that's open to the public, and admission is free. So we do encourage everyone that can to try to come out and make it. Coach Porter, we had a chance to kind of get up with him and talk with him about his presentation. So we'll give you part of that here right now on the ICC Hour.
My wife and I have been now doing the, traveling the country for the past 3 years, talking about the silent epidemic. And we were, I think this will tell you kind of the severity of mental health in our society and the need, I guess, for, people to come out and speak about this particular topic. Is we were in 8 different states in 8 weeks last fall as we were traveling the country and, all sides of the country. It didn't matter. And then, of course, a lot right here in the state of Kansas. But we've been blessed to have an opportunity to be able to give a message to other people and truly try to impact them through something that was a real negative in my life. And, sometimes when you think back in our history, you wonder about why some things happen. And, when I was in the midst of going through the severe depression, and it's been almost 15 years now, I've really been on a mission. My wife and I have been on a mission ever since to get the word out so that people will understand how important it is to, number one, just talk about it openly and honestly, and to truly try to attack the stigma that's attached to any type of mental health issues. But it was 15 years ago when it happened. And, when I would go to practice, I would fake it to the best of my ability because I just couldn't find the passion that I had before. And so I was, truly struggling. It started at the beginning of that basketball season. And, many signs started to surface. I started to truly spiral out of control with my own thought process. And, one of the very first signs that I had when I started struggling was, I started to lose my confidence as a head coach and as a father and as a husband. And that is unusual. And I know, I'm a guy that's, very passionate about what I do and I'm going to get after it and go to work. And that doesn't mean we're not insecure sometimes or lack confidence. It just, in my position, you cannot show, at least you're not supposed to show that type of weakness, meaning, I've got to be in control of the team on the floor when it's time to go. And so I was really struggling with that. I didn't tell anybody. It was the beginning of that basketball season. And it took approximately 6 weeks for me to spiral so far out of control with my thoughts that I all the way to suicidal thoughts. And I can remember I can remember those days when I was talking about being on the practice court, faking it for 2 hours, and I would walk upstairs to my office and I would close the door and I would put my head down on my desk and I'd just cry. And it's another symptom many times of not being able to control your emotions, in situations like that. And, I always tell the story that, I started calling my wife when I was in 7th grade. She was an 8th grader. And I always tell this story because for all of those years that she had known me, so we had been married at that time for 21 years, I believe. So you take from 7th grade all the way to, so it's about over 30 years. She'd seen me cry one other time. And now, as we're leading up to the moment in time in which I am struggling so much that something's going to have to happen in order for me to get help. But I would be in the house and I'd be in my chair and I'd be trying to protect it from her, but I would have tears, rolling down my face and, just struggling and not be able to control those. I always controlled those in front of my team. My team, to my knowledge, none of them ever knew what I was going through for those first 6 weeks of, leading up to the first game of that season. And I was doing everything in my power to protect that from not just them, but my own family, as well as, my athletic director and anybody else that was around. Because, that stigma that we just talked about earlier, that's attached to, to severe depression, anxiety, any type of mental health issue, it's very, very real. And so what I was doing was plummeting out of control with my thoughts, but at the same time, knowing that I needed to get some help and really didn't know what to do or how to go about it. We were getting ready to start a season, so I had to get my guys ready for that. And this as an athlete that, the preseason is the most important time of any season because of all the things that you're getting prepared for. And whoops, knocked my phone down there. That's all my hand work. I always got to have my hands flying around doing something. But so that struggle was extremely real. I lost approximately 30 pounds in those 6 weeks. I always lost weight during the course of a basketball season, but obviously I wasn't eating. So it was starting to affect me physically as well. I can remember, my wife and I live in Cheney. And so I had about a 30-minute drive from Cheney to Wichita to Newman University every day. And as I was in that final week, kind of leading into the first regular season game, and I'd really spiraled out of control and, just not really knowing what to do. I can remember driving down the highway thinking to myself, man, I have this cloud over my head and I don't really know how to get that cloud out from over my head. And, maybe I ought to just drive off the road doing 120 mile an hour and run into a telephone pole and do away with this problem. And, it makes me a little emotional when I tell you that. It makes me emotional every time I tell an audience that, because most people that know me would have never, ever, ever thought that I would have had those types of thoughts, let alone think about doing something like that. And that goes to show you what a chemical imbalance in the brain can do to you. And that's what it is. It is a chemical imbalance. And, I guess at some point when the doctors told me that I was, had a chemical imbalance, that we needed to address that problem with medication and counseling, that was a relief, because I did not know why I was feeling the way I was. And, there are many people out there today that have struggled that probably never have struggled before. And so, that I felt like I was on that island by myself until the point in time in which my wife decided that she needed to do something about it. And I'll quickly tell how it happened and then kind of finish the story. But it was a Saturday prior to the opening game of the season. And I was at my house here in Cheney, and we had a 10 o'clock practice in the morning. And every season I would bring the team from Newman out to Cheney, and we would practice at the local high school. And then we would go to the bowling alley and we would do a kind of a team bonding type activity. And that was the morning this was happening. And I was at my sink getting ready to go to practice, and just tears rolling down my face. And my wife is obviously observing this. And she came over to me and she asked, do you need me to take you to practice? And of course, my wife had never asked that question before. She's very independent, and obviously has to be. She's married to a head coach, and we're gone a lot. And I somehow, some way, I wiped it up and I went to practice and faked it for another 2 hours. And then we went to the bowling alley, and I always had a great time with my team, during that team bonding activity. I'd always pop off to them, and I grew up in a bowling alley, so I was halfway decent anyway. And none of my guys, I guess we could say this probably, 99% of basketball players are not good bowlers because I beat every one of my players every time we played against them. But that particular day, I lied to them. I didn't bowl with them, and I told them I had a back problem. And what the real problem was I was severely depressed and had incredibly high anxiety. And the way I described my anxiety is that it was about 100 times more of what the normal anxiety that I felt. So any small issue that would go on throughout the course of a day felt like it was 100 times more than the norm. So it's the only way I can describe that. And so that day was when my wife decided that she needed to do something about it. That evening she actually asked me if I needed her to take me up to Sterling College because I had to scout them that night. And I, for the first time, I guess I reached out to my wife and I said, yeah, I think I do need you to take me up there. And it's the very first time that I actually said I need help. And that was the way I said it. I need you to take me up there. And she's not on this call here today, but she would tell you that it was not pretty. I was on the way up there laying down and crying the whole way. And I wiped it up and somehow, some way found a way to get in and do my job and get out. And, I was basically, I don't know how you can be a recluse and be a head college basketball coach, but I wanted to stay away from people as much as possible during that time. And you know me well enough to know that I love people. I love being around people, and I love having a conversation about whatever. And during that time, that just wasn't me. I was so far gone. So my wife, she put her foot down and decided, okay, she went and got the doctor's appointment set up, and she came to me on Monday, which was the day before the opening game of the season. And she said, we've got an appointment. I've got an appointment at 1:00. We're going to go get this thing addressed and we're going to go fix this problem. And after all the issues that I just described, I looked at my wife and I said, I'm not going and you can't make me. And anyway, at 1:00 later on the afternoon, and at 1:00 that afternoon at the hospital or the doctor's office, my wife made sure that I went, and she saved my life, and if there's not a lot of other things that we can get across here tonight, is that many people that are struggling don't know how to tell somebody else, and because of ego, because of whatever it is that, you want to call it, man, me being a man, a head coach, a father, whatever it is, I just could not say, honey, I need you to get me some help until I was just so far gone that, I had all of the suicidal thoughts. So, I just am thankful that she did that. Thankful that she decided she was not going to take no for an answer. And that's kind of what I want to, a major point that I want to make to everybody that's on the call tonight is that, we just can't take no for an answer, and we can't mess around with mental health. If it's you that's struggling, then, go get the help that you need. Or more importantly, right now, telehealth is a great thing for us to be able to get a hold of our doctors, and because of the COVID-19 and, reaching out and getting the kind of help that you need.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Why settle for a checking account that just holds your money? Renaissance Rewards Extra gives you so much more. Like savings at more than 400,000 retailers, 24/7 roadside assistance, a cell phone protection plan worth up to $400, $25 in ATM fee refunds per monthly cycle, and a great interest rate when you meet 3 easy qualifications. Get extra today at rewardsextra.com. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Ankle sprains are one of the most common sports injuries, with an estimated 25,000 occurring every day in the United States. Sprains can happen with any sport, including just walking across the yard. Ankle sprains are most common in ball sports such as basketball, soccer, volleyball, and others. As with any injury, your body quickly sends blood to start healing the process, which leads to the swelling. Rest, ice, compression, elevation, known as RICE, is a good way to treat an ankle sprain. This decreases the swelling, lessens your pain, and allows your body to heal the injury. Studies have shown that the sooner you return to activity, the better and typically the faster you will recover. Depending on the amount of injury to the ligaments, it may be days, weeks, or even months to return to high-intensity sports. Sometimes recovery may be slow, but if it gets better day by day or week by week, you are on the right path. If the ankle seems to stop improving and you just can't get back to your activities, then it's time to come see us at the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi. Remember, our story is you.
What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Remember your training. Come on, Dilly.
On the one side.
Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Yes.
When my mom opened the store, I got comfortable with it, and I liked the fact I like to help people, and I like to make people feel good about what they wear or just in general. And so once we got started and got into it, it was just one of those things where I just kind of really fell in love with it.
This is a 2-year, all-online Associate of Applied Science degree. There are no restrictions or requirements to begin working toward a Business and Marketing Management Technology degree.
I think just being here and being able to experience what all there is within business and marketing, it was just something I thought I would really enjoy, which I started the first semester I was in class, and which I loved Miss McCrimmon. She was awesome. She was very helpful.
Students simply apply to ICC and then select Business and Marketing Management Technology as their major.
I enjoy online, and it was not anything that anybody couldn't do. It works with your schedule, and it was easy for me to do online working here as well, so that was really helpful to me.
This degree covers a wide range of business jobs. It's also a great way for entrepreneurs to learn about starting their own business.
There are times when you will catch yourself applying what you did learn in the program, using it within whatever business you're in.
Many students in this program are working and are interested in earning a degree to be promoted where they work. I've also had graduates start their own businesses.
There's just something about when somebody comes in and they want to find something and you're able to help them with that, and they find the perfect outfit or whatever they're needing. It's just one of those things where it makes you feel good and it makes the customer feel good.
Students can start the MMT program in the fall or spring semesters.
But overall, it's a fun job, and you get to learn a lot. And if you love shopping, that's a big plus too. Customer service is huge, and we want to make sure that we are able to fit that person's needs and do the best we can to help them.
MMT graduates also have the option to transfer their associate degree and continue working toward their bachelor degree online.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
We need more thin crust! What topping should we get?
To the decision wheel. Remember your training. Come on, Dilly.
On the one side.
Italian sausage. And green pepper.
These neighbors are weird.
Get a large 2-topping thin crust pizza for $8.99. Order online for pickup or delivery.
Pizza, pizza.
Yes.
Look at him. He's so extra. He doesn't have to worry about breaking his cell phone because he has Renaissance Rewards Extra. And since my bank doesn't offer cell phone protection, I have to make sure mine's protected myself. His bank protects his, so he can work out worry-free.
Ah!
You don't have to be extra to get extra. Open a Renaissance Rewards Extra account today.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
And welcome back to the ICC Hour here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. I'm being joined now by my broadcasting partners, Dr. Brad Boggs, the myth, the man, the legend that is Mr. Jim Ingram. And, guys, a big week this week. Thursday night, we're traveling up to Boonville, getting ready to take on the Tigers of Northeast. And Indians coming off a tough one down at Gulf Coast. We're not going to even talk about that one. We're just going to look right ahead now at the Tigers. And, guys, what do we need to see out of the Indians for the Indians to be successful Thursday night?
Offense. Got to see some offense, and we do. I mean, yeah, we're going to leave it behind us. But in all honesty, that's one of the things over the past 2 weeks that's kind of killed us, Adam and Mr. Ingram, is offense. And the defense is, they fought their hearts out over the last 2 weeks. And going forward to this Thursday night, the offense has got to get out there. They've got to play. They've got to make some plays to keep our defense on the sidelines a little longer. Not that we don't want our defense on the field because they're doing a great job. We just got to give them some breaks. The offense has got to stay on the field. We've got to put some plays together. We've got to put some first downs together. We've got to put a drive together, and we've got to score. Because, again, we're going into this hostile environment at Boonville on Thursday night. And, they're not going to cut us any breaks there at Northeast. I know that.
They don't feel sorry for us. Yes, we're 0-2. But we got to, like you said, we got to come out offensively, play better. Got to go in there with confidence, with consistency, and be ready to play. I know our coaching staff will have them ready. They will be ready Thursday night to play against Northeast. I feel like our team will be ready. I look for a good game plan. But like you said, we've got to start out strong, and it's got to start with our offense. We cannot rely on our defense to win the ball game. It's got to be both offense and defense this coming Thursday night.
Yeah, the defense was on the field 80-plus plays in that loss to Gulf Coast, but they did have 2 interceptions. They've got 5 of those on the year. So the defense can make plays. We just don't need them on the field 90% of the game.
No, we definitely don't, and we still have some things that we've got to clean up on special teams too. And I've talked about special teams over the past 2 weeks, but yes, our punt, we did much better punting last week there against Gulf Coast and did an excellent job. But we're still on kick return. We're giving up too much yardage there on kick return, in my opinion. They're starting our opposing team is starting in a better field position than we are. We're not getting any good returns right now. We're not busting any, yes, we went against 2 good teams the past 2 weeks. Don't take anything away from that. There were 2 nationally ranked teams. But special teams has got to also improve, too, to where we can clean up some of those things just a little, fine-tune them a little more. It's still, we preach it. It all comes down to some of the small things, Mr. Ingram, and that all goes back to special teams a lot of times, and that's the kicking game.
It's very, very important, and I think also this coming Thursday night, I talk about this a lot, consistency, but have confidence in each other, feed off as partnership, be a good team together. Offense has got to step up. Defense has got to step up. Special teams have got to step up. If we start out bad, do not get your head down, keep your head up. We've got a good shot to win this coming Thursday night, but all 3 elements of the ball game got to be good.
Well, we've already proven this year we can go to Northeast and pick up a win because the volleyball team did that. They are undefeated right now in region play. They've had some lumps across the way. They're a very young team playing a lot of good competition. But, talk about volleyball for a minute. Coach Andy McGregor getting the team ready to get fired up and make a push towards that region regular season tournament crown and then possibly push for that Gulf District tournament.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. It's very exciting. I talked to Coach McGregor a few weeks ago, and it's just we've been playing competitively in volleyball, and we've been competitive. And yes, we went to Northeast and got that first big win right there, and we did because we still got to beat Pearl River. We still got to beat Northwest, and we want to get to that postseason. She was unable to get there last year. In her first inaugural season with us as coach, but she knew it. She came, we were talking, and I can see that competitive spirit in her. And she believes in these girls, and she told me she believes in this team. She is enjoying this team, and she really feels like, and that Northeast match may have turned it around here. The light bulb, it just took a little bit. Sometimes it just takes a little bit for that light bulb to go off, and you snap, and right there you go, and you go on a winning streak. that may be hopefully what's going to happen here with our volleyball girls, because we'd love to see them get back to Florida this year.
No doubt. Coach McGregor is a winner. She's building a program. She's doing it the right way. A lot of enthusiasm. The team is improving day by day.
And, of course, we talk about soccer as well. They opened up conference play this past week, and will continue to move in it. Matter of fact, they've got a game here in about an hour against Northwest. Big-time matchup there. Of course, Northwest nationally ranked in the country, has been all season. ICC trying to make some noise and prove that they are not only amongst the top 10, but the top 5, top 2 or 3 in the country. They have been impressive this year. Have the Lady Indians, Coach Strother, Ugo, got things pointed in the right direction with that program.
No doubt about it. Coach Strother, he admits last year, had a young team and had to play a lot of freshmen last year, had some injuries, had some attrition. This year, those freshmen, they've grown up. He brought in some other freshmen, playing with a lot of sophomores with a lot of confidence, playing very well.
And the Indians picked up a big win over the Southern Union. That was a team that had only lost 1 match on the season. Indians picked up a big win on that one, and then went on to East Mississippi as well. And then we'll wrap things up, talk about a little fall ball, baseball, softball going on right now. Saw the other day, ICC baseball went down to Southern Miss, put 30 runs on the board, 18 games in one, 12 in another, with wins over Meridian and Gulf Coast. That's just Rick Collier. Whenever he gets those bats fired up, man, they can do some big things.
Yeah, baseball is looking for a big year this year. I know coming out, they've got a lot of talent coming back from last year's squad that we made the Region 23 tournament, went down to Eunice. So we got some big bats in the lineup. We had some guys step up last year. And we lost some talent. We do that every year in baseball. You got your Will Verdung, who was supposed to be at Southern Miss and went and played pro ball, and we're proud of
killing it.
Yes,
yeah,
killing it, and doing a great job. We're proud of Will, and proud of those other guys too that went on who are also playing ball elsewhere too, not necessarily in the pros, but still took their career on. But we're going to hit the ball. A Rick Collier team, if they don't hit the ball, something's wrong. That's right. You don't play. So what I look to see is the pitching growing, hopefully, and that pitching growing into the spring, because we need that pitching, especially as we know when we get to tournament time. When you get to that region tournament, to Region 23 tournament, you got to have that pitching to back you up. So that's what we look to hopefully grow.
Softball and tennis will get in the heart of their fall ball season, and then golf will start their season also as well there in October. Well, guys, I appreciate your time here. I know we're going to be studying, getting ready for the Thursday night game down at Northeast. You can watch it on letsgoicctv.com, the red channel, but you can also hear it right here on Super Talk Mississippi 101.9 FM. We'll be back more of the ICC Hour right after this here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
Playing on tour takes years of dedication, hours of practice, focused precision, and nerves of steel. That's how you become great at the game, but not how you should bank. That's why Allie Ewing chose Renaissance Bank. Their easy-to-use app makes banking a breeze, no matter where she is. Renaissance Bank, understanding you.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
When my mom opened the store, I got comfortable with it, and I liked the fact I like to help people, and I like to make people feel good about what they wear or just in general. And so once we got started and got into it, it was just one of those things where I just kind of really fell in love with it.
This is a 2-year, all-online Associate of Applied Science degree. There are no restrictions or requirements to begin working toward a Business and Marketing Management Technology degree.
I think just being here and being able to experience what all there is within business and marketing, it was just something I thought I would really enjoy, which I started the first semester I was in class, and which I loved Miss McCrimmon. She was awesome. She was very helpful.
Students simply apply to ICC and then select Business and Marketing Management Technology as their major.
I enjoy online, and it was not anything that anybody couldn't do. It works with your schedule, and it was easy for me to do online working here as well, so that was really helpful to me.
This degree covers a wide range of business jobs. It's also a great way for entrepreneurs to learn about starting their own business.
There are times when you will catch yourself applying what you did learn in the program, using it within whatever business you're in.
Many students in this program are working and are interested in earning a degree to be promoted where they work. I've also had graduates start their own businesses.
There's just something about when somebody comes in and they want to find something and you're able to help them with that, and they find the perfect outfit or whatever they're needing. It's just one of those things where it makes you feel good and it makes the customer feel good.
Students can start the MMT program in the fall or spring semesters.
But overall, it's a fun job, and you get to learn a lot. And if you love shopping, that's a big plus too. Customer service is huge, and we want to make sure that we are able to fit that person's needs and do the best we can to help them.
MMT graduates also have the option to transfer their associate degree and continue working toward their bachelor degree online.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. For example, you can turn off or turn on your debit card as needed. At FANB, you'll get that hometown feel with a high-tech touch.
Davis Ford in Fulton is built on customer service. It's been a founding pillar of Davis Ford since opening our doors in 1964. We are proud to announce winning the 2022 Ford President's Award for Customer Service. Davis Ford was the only dealer in Mississippi to achieve this award, marking a record-setting 20th time. Davis Ford would like to say thank you to our valued customers. We wouldn't be here without you and your commitment to us.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day.
And that's going to do it for this week's show. I do appreciate everyone that tuned in. Remember, search the ICC Hour on YouTube. You can find this show and other shows from this year and previous years that you can listen to here. We also want to encourage you to follow us on your favorite social media platform. For the institutional side of things, that's at Itawamba CC, all one word, at Itawamba CC. And for the athletic side of things, that's going to be at Let's Go ICC. Again, all one word, at Let's Go ICC. Hope you guys have a great week, and look forward to talking to you again next week here on Super Talk Mississippi.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Fall is the perfect time to experience Itawamba Community College. From athletic events to studying with friends, grabbing your favorite fall drink, or attending a student activity event. Come experience ICC at Fall Preview Day. Here, you can be your best. The best train here. Learn here. Succeed here. Perform here. Win here. Thrive here. Itawamba Community College. The best start here.